Hello and welcome to this segment of Hampton Roads Experts Live. I'm Risha, and today we're going to talk about preserving your old home movies, specifically your videotapes. And with us we have President of Allied Video Services, Mr. Rory Graham. Thank you for being here, Rory.
Well, thank you for inviting me here, Risha.
So tell us, what should we do on preserving our movies to DVD?
Well, video is certainly popular. You can do it on everything now, from an iPhone all the way back to the old VHS camcorders like this one, this tape would go into. And what we have is, over a period of time since videos come out in the early 80s, videotapes have piled up at people's houses, and they have a lot of important stuff that they actually don't think too much about. For instance, they might have their wedding they did 20 years ago, or they might have the children's first steps or whatever. And they mistakenly sometimes think that because it's on the tape, it's going to be there forever. And Sony says that they guaranteed that the tapes would last about 10 years. Well, I know from my own personal experience, I have tapes that go way back beyond that. And what you can do to help preserve your tapes, if you have them, is number one, you don't leave them like this. You don't leave them where they're not in a case. Keep them in a case. And the second thing you can do, that keeps the dust off of them. The second thing you could do is you can keep them rewound and keep them stacked like this instead of lying flat. When you lie it flat like this, the edge on the bottom tends to curl, and when it curls, it destroys the control track in the video, on the videotape, and that's what controls the picture, the way the picture is displayed, so it won't play. So the other thing to do is, by doing it this way, you keep that taut so that curvature doesn't happen to the bottom of the tape edge. And the second thing is, the weighted side of the tape is down here. And so by weighting the tape down like this, you can keep that tight. Also, you would want to put it on a bookshelf or something and keep it away from the television set. Many people, I go to some people's houses and they have tapes stacked up by the television, well, they used to have tapes stacked up by the TV set, and the magnetic field, electromagnetic field around TVs and everything is not going to zap your tape and totally erase it, but over time it can just start to deteriorate it, because all this is magnetic particle pattern. So it really isn't pictures on here. And the tape is very fragile. It's very thin. So what happens over a period of time is the oxide begins to flake off the tape. This is where you're playing a tape and the heads clog and the picture goes white and snowy and comes back or doesn't come back. It's because the heads of the VCR clog with this oxide that's on the tapes. And over a period of time, that oxide just flakes off. And so the longer you wait to get them transferred, the more of a chance of that happening can happen. So most people have a variety. They started with VHS maybe, then they went to 8mm or a high 8 and VHS-Cs, or then they jumped to digital or whatever. So we see a variety. They come in with boxes of the things. But transfer them to DVD is a good way to preserve them. It's a good way to store them because it's a lot smaller than this. And you can put them in a safety deposit box, and I suggest getting a copy made, put it in the safety deposit box away from your other collections, so if something happened, you wouldn't lose everything. So those are my tips for videotape.
Well, thank you very much. That was a lot of stuff I didn't know about videotapes. Well, you heard the experts. Get your videotapes, that box of videotapes that you got in the attic somewhere, and bring them in and have them preserved to DVD. Allied Video Services provides those services, and their information will be at the end of this video. This has been another segment of Hampton Roads Experts Live. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.